Witch Cat, hello there. Good morning. How are you feeling today? Hi, Brix. Ahoy, hoy. Hello there. How are you doing today? Witch Cat. You get this.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Toss salad and scrambled eggs.
And maybe I seem a bit confused.
Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged.
But I don't know what to do with those
Toss salad and scrambled eggs. Call again. We are indeed HyperX. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? So let's continue on with that. HyperX. Your song. Hello there. Hello there. Wop. Wop. How do I look? How was everybody's weekend? Hope you're well. We are continuing our dynasty we started last week because it was a lot of fun. So we'll play it this week as well. However, Friday we're gonna play in a famous dynasty around here called the Hoi Dynasty. And the Hoi Dynasty, Witch Cat, I know you didn't play in it, but it is a dynasty that is in the year about 2040. I wanted to have a 1,000-year reign in one campaign, so it took about 2.5, almost 3 months of playing to get there. But we did, and I was like, alright, enough of that. No, Friday, then. It is a Patricians, Grandees, Barons dynasty. We've seen practically all the events there is to see, I think, with those 3 factions, then. It was a lot of fun. There are people with enormous, enormous wealth in that dynasty. Crystal, our own Crystal Eos, has over 100,000 gold. It is... I'm pretty sure it's officially the longest game ever, because the devs themselves admitted that they never got, that the longest game the devs ever did was 1813, I think, something like that. But I had a goal. I'm like, I'm gonna get to our current year, was my goal. So we got to the 2023, and then I was like, all right, enough of that. Let's continue. But I promise to bring it back every month or so. We'll play it again, because it's a lot of fun. That 3 combination of teams made for like a very excellent dynamic between all the players in it. Am I ready? Am I ready? Almost. I got on. I had to wait and put the nephew on the bus before I got on, but I wanted to get on a little earlier, since there was no other King of the Castle games on currently. So here we are. I can play Minesweeper. I have Minesweeper ready. Minesweeper ready and raring to go at all times, practically. I played a lot of Minesweeper over the weekend. Just because I love to play it. I occasionally will stream it for everybody. Like a full-on Minesweeper stream. It's about recognizing, memorizing patterns, basically, is how you get good at Minesweeper. You just look and tell where everything is supposed to be. I didn't like I had to move. I didn't like I had to move there. Probably here. Gamers, welcome on in. Thank you for kissing the ring. It is the green Patrician's ring, which is, of course, then green screened out. We call it a void ring. I can't say that word. That's a little hard. How am I supposed to tell people how to play? Exclamation point play. That won't work. You have to do something else, gamers. I can't say. Maybe some nice person in chat would tell people how to play, but I cannot tell people how to enter the game. Gonna be hard, but we'll try it. How are you doing, gamers? Your song, gamers, will be this. It's like a 1 and 3. Bear dare. There's, of course, Katy Perry's last Friday night in Simlish. She did re-record it herself. It's fantastic. She had a whole expansion devoted to her. That's how big Katy Perry used to be, huh? She had her own Sims expansion. Dang it. I didn't need to do that. How was your weekend, gamers? Hope all is well with you today. I had a relaxing weekend. I got some work done. I played a lot of World of Warcraft. I've resubscribed to World of Warcraft because my favorite holiday is coming up, and I pretty much always play during this holiday, called Brewfest. I will stream some. Brewfest is based upon Oktoberfest. It occurs every year in the September in the World of Warcraft world, Azeroth. It's a ton of fun. If you've never played the game before, I always recommend people play then. That has to be alright. Well, I hope everything working out well for you here, gamers. She's a reverend and said something inappropriate at a funeral? Ouch. Well, I hope it went well otherwise then. And I'm happy you're here today. Happy everybody's here. We'll start 5 minutes or so. Actually, hold on. No counts. Counts have been showing up in full force last week. Where are our counts today? Anybody can play this game. If you type... If you type in something in chat, I can't even say what I'm allowed to type in. What you are supposed to type in, rather. You should fairly or equally mediate time spoken. Ah. Ephra, hello there. Welcome on in. Ephra? This is your song. Be aware, it's just a tribute. How are you feeling today? Welcome on in. Happy Monday to you. And I already missed my cue. I missed my cue for the entrance. What was it? We were playing the same dynasty from last week, yes. It was a lot of fun. So we'll continue doing it for this week. We will play, though, Friday's game in the infamous Hoi Dynasty. 50-50. Let's go there. Nope. The 1,000-year-plus Dynasty game that we have. Have you played? Did you play in the? Have you played in the Hoi Dynasty, Ephra? You didn't play. You haven't been around for that long. Back on. Back on. Leonidas, new friend, hello there. Welcome to King of the Castle. This is a streamer versus chat game where anybody can play alongside of us by typing in the secret code into chat. Thank you for kissing the ring, Bulbasaur. New streamer I've never seen before. Mero, how are you doing as well? Welcome on in. You may play the game if you type exclamation point what a few other people have been playing. Everyone is everyone's enemy. Nay! We are all friends here, right? Poor counts. Poor counts this morning. Is the sun up early? The sun's up early, they can't come out? Because they're vampires. Because they're counts. How are you doing, Leonidas? Goblet. Goblet's down here. Delicious. I think the ninth wanted me to win a game first. That's why there's not a count here. And we're gonna win this one. Probably there. Don't go for a probably. Let's just get what we can. We can come back to it. Go for certainties more than probablys if you can in Minesweeper. Though I'm breaking down a little right here. That was a risk. Right, we're good there. Here. Stuck in our wands, and I know exactly. Merton, hello there. How are you doing here today? Welcome on in. I'm finishing this game now, before we begin. How many mines are left? There's 7 mines left. There's 1 here. 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Like 4, 5, 6, like 7. If it's here, here's safe, here's safe. Like, there's safe. Which means there's safe. This is like a series of 50-50s right here. And really, if I can get one of these right, maybe I can get the whole thing. I think it's here. There. There. Alright. Boom. Boom! Not a good time, but hey, we completed it. Merton, welcome on in. Apple King, welcome on in. Waper, welcome on in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be, wherever you may be today. Daybreak is ending. And another reign is beginning. We are continuing the dynasty from last week. Because we were having a lot of fun with it, I think. So we'll do this. We'll continue on with this. It is, however, we will continue the roleplay dynasty, roleplay rules of the dynasty. So we are not allowed to see the statistics for the game. And really then, I don't know what they are either. We can see people's money. Our richest noble, Waper, returns to us. Apple King also with 14,000. RSL, hello there. How was everybody's weekend? Combined, do the Pats actually have it? Total wealth, it's hard to say. Between the 5 people, though, it's hard to even catch up with Waper. He takes at least like 3 of them. But alright, welcome on in. When last we left off in this dynasty, Monarch Neri won. He was a member of the Patricians. The Patricians were growing increasingly angry, and they did rebel last time. They managed to kill off the previous king with an assassin. So they've won 2 rebellions. Will they win again today? Council introductions. Hold on. Get ready. Here are my bars, then. We'll put them up to cover up these statistics as necessary. We did it! By the 9th, we had to pull some strings! But we got you that crown, just as I said we would. RSL guaranteed we would get the crown. Now just remember to uphold your end of the deal. You're not really a monarch. More like an employee of the Patricians. And, I am too role-playing during these dynasties, and I roleplay as a different character with every reign. Monarch Neri. I've already decided upon their character. They are a true Patrician through and through, so, what the coast wants, the coast gets. RSL. Neri looks very good, indeed. Looks very regal. I would follow Neri. Doc Alice, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? Welcome to the Counts. Thank you for playing with us today. Coast wants, coast gets. Spoken like a true and loyal servant. Blah. I don't appreciate you calling me a servant, RSL. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council. But don't forget what I told you here today. Counts. Merton. An honor to finally meet your acquaintance, your grace. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. I don't even have a mask. I don't think kings can wear masks at all, right? So that's why. That's what we'll blame it on. We can see their face. Beehole, how are you doing? Chiefs. Waper. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot. With that, introductions are done. What do you think? Says Behold. Will they be a good little monarch and do as they're told? It's too early to tell. We should have a backup plan, just in case. We'll do the coronation next. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from Monarch Storm, but you must still answer to the Council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's just get this over with. Should we call the nobles in? And this is our very first vote of the game. Truly, I am not playing. It is you, the Council of Nobles, playing this game. However, during the votes as well, you will see the big block there. You will not know the consequences statistically of your actions. But what do we do for our coronation? A. The patricians will smooth over any bad feelings with bribes. B. Force the commoners to swear a blood oath. C. Throw the monarch into the river. Or D. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the monarch. Justinian, welcome on in. You are a count. Thank you for playing today here, Justinian. You're just in time for the coronation. Amanda, good morning. How are you doing here today? Happy Monday to you. I believe that we should put on a banquet for the nobles, is what I believe. Our farming is rather low across the nation, is it not, everybody? You're good and chilling. Hope you had a good weekend here, Amanda. Michael to the Sarah, thank you for playing today. Welcome on in. Back to the patricians, are you? I will monarch's vote for D here. Monarch's vote meaning it merely adds one vote to it. Still broke? We'll try to bribe today. Of course we'll try to bribe. Golden choice all around, I say. And I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help. Civic Semper Tyrannis. Nay, I'm trying to help you out. I gave you a way out here, patricians. It is tied currently. You may not be able to see it. It is tied currently 4-1-2-4. Not greedy, no. Patricians, you're going to lose money no matter what, so I was trying to give you an out here to raise the farming up. We should have voted D. In a situation like this, the monarch will break a tie. And you might tell I'm leaning towards D here. Unless somebody else wants to join. Ah, dang it. I was doing so good. I think it's the first one. And I barely said it. See, A will take money from the patricians. D will take money from everybody. That's what I was trying to sort of do there. And raise farming. Everybody's farming is rather low. Always vote river, it is tradition. Many people do. And when it's tied like this, the monarch can decide. I am the final decider. I am your monarch after all. Do I stick with my monarch's vote? Yes. Yes, we do. We do. The nobles spare no expense, and your banquet table groans under the weight of it all. Whole roasted peacock, a boar's head stuffed with swan's tongues, an entire whale turning on a spit. Wow. And see, that did take money from everybody, but as you can tell, we're having a hell of a feast. So that's pretty good. It's a meal fit for a monarch, which is now, you suppose, but you are. The path to victory. Is it the path to victory? Ooh. Map is bugged. I am doing very well. Hello, Trothguard. Good morning. I was doing well until, I think we're encountering our little map problem. If you have not seen this before in a King of the Castle game, I cannot click on anything that is on the map currently. I can come over here, we can look at people, I can click back, I can click over here. But the map itself... There's sometimes... Like, a trick you can do is just sort of click and drag it. And it'll force it to work like there. There we go. Alright. And there's a way to get rid of it if we click here. Though this... This has some strange consequences when we fix this bug here. Somebody might switch teams. Is what it sort of does. I think that's what it's happening, is it's trying to... The map bugs out because this text box is appearing to balance the teams. And somebody might be kidnapped. If one of the Pats moves... It would be like the counts of the Chiefs, I guess. Would be what might happen. Alright, let's Yes, a Pat moved to the Chiefs. Who was it? Hyverex. It was you. Alright. So that, I think that sort of confirms why that bug happens and what the solution is and what happens. Alright. Hyverex, yeah, how much money did you have? Did you just lose a lot of money? If we restart, it doesn't fix the problem. This is the only thing that will fix the problem. Is doing this, because otherwise it will just continue to occur throughout the game. See, now we're fine. Hyverex, are you out there? And I think that what that is doing, yeah, is that's supposed to be balancing out the teams. And for whatever reason, it chooses like a person. It chose Hyverex, put them on the Chiefs. It's not corrupted. No, it has nothing to do with the save. I don't think. If we reload, it will reinstate the problem because it will put Cat back on the right team, but it will reload back where it was before. We tried that the other day, Saturday. Now, it's not... Gamers... This problem is bigger than somebody's wealth. I know people love their money in this game, but it's just money, and it's just virtual money. The people that care about their money in this game, it's... Why, really? It's virtual money. It does not matter when it comes to a game-breaking bug. I would rather get rid of the bug and be able to continue playing the game than let Hyverex get their money. And then Hyverex isn't here to defend themselves either. It's not... And yeah, gamers, yeah, I've seen wealth beyond your comprehension. If you think a few thousand gold is something sort of worth trying to save. No, Hyverex, I'm sorry, yeah, if you lose your money as a result of this. But I'm more concerned that you're switching teams. That might throw you off more than anything. You're definitely not here. There you are. You've switched teams, Hyverex. I heard that, Amanda. The original voice, Arlene Sorkin, died over the weekend. Because now we can play the game. And I'd rather play the game than he got kidnapped. The Chiefs have been prone to doing that. Witch Cat also switched factions. See, now we're good. Now we're good. No bug. Path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I think it's probably as a result of them trying to do something like that. And the devs know about this bug. But they're trying to figure out how to fix it here. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Monarch Neri wishes to be the architect of a new golden age. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. End of season. Alright, we check in first with the chieftains. Adhala of the Hyverex clan. This is why you switched factions. You were destined to have your kin. You weren't even aware. Your kin will lead the chieftains now, Hyverex. A well-known northern rascal stands precautiously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning on, as if in a daze. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this impostor Monarch Nari. How do we make that happen? Chiefs, how do you make it happen? Do A, sorcery, B, subterfuge, or C, Ragnarok? Although we do have stats hidden, I think we do know chiefs have a very high military. Farms are bad pretty much. Farming's bad pretty much everywhere. Chiefs, I think, have the highest trade. They usually have been getting the bonus at least. Pat's trade tanked at one point. Nobody has hardly any faith throughout the kingdom. The Patricians' military went down a little bit after the last game because of the rebellion. But at the same time, they still won the game, so they won with a low military rebellion. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the giants won't take their proposals seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. The chiefs did win through Ragnarok last week. Counts Vashim of the Apple King Dynasty, charismatic former hermit, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch Nari wears the crown. Counts, how do you win the game today? Through A, doppelganger, B, ascension, or C, possession? Counts picking how you wish to win. A and C will involve having low defiance. B will involve lowering your own faith. The Counts attempted ascension 3 times. Were not successful. They did manage to complete a possession. They used the Duke of Greed last week. That convinced Doxals, it looks like. The Counts plan to summon a demon to possess the monarch, putting them totally under their control. First, they must lull the monarch into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. So counts, you need low defiance. Herona, of the Michael to the Sarah family, eccentric coastal entrepreneur, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk explaining in measured prose. How cunning of us! Nari now sits the throne, and the patricians are in charge. But the other regions will already be scheming to depose them. Do we stay loyal to the new monarch, or cut our losses? Put me on the throne instead. Patricians, will you A, remain loyalists, B, use intimidation, or C, complete an uprising? Patricians? Neri may be favoring you a little bit. Our loyalist schemes might do each other a favor. Intimidation, though. If you do not, or if you wish to, you do not wish to be, but you do wish to intimidate. Uprising is one of the newer schemes if you haven't seen it. A neutral scheme where you'll get the peasants to lead the revolution for you. Situation like this, when it's tied for a faction-only vote, it will be random between A and B. Loyalists or not loyalist? Any patricians want to break a tie? It will be loyalist. That settles it then. Long live the monarch. May they bring up peace and prosperity to our new kingdom. The patricians would put their stakes on a coin flip. We can always change our minds. If Neri ever gets out of line, we can take up arms, get rid of them the old-fashioned way. Even if it's a little costly. Patricians' goal is to aid the monarch by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. As an honorary patrician, I wish you could. If defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Renounced my fortune to infiltrate the chiefs. Backstory. See, I love it. And there's a reason for everything. Right? Here are everyone's goals for the game. The chiefs wish to complete Ragnarok. Their first stage of Ragnarok having a high military. The counts wish to complete possession. First stage of that having low defiance. The patricians will remain loyal to the monarch. Monarch wants to bring in a new golden age amongst the nation. Hi, Mom. Hi to all the mothers out there. My own mother. Her name is Delilah W. is her Twitch handle. She might be watching in chat. That's why we always have to beware what we say. The Queen Mother may be around. Placentia, how are you doing here, sir? Welcome on in. Are you feeling all right? After your extended stream you were doing the other day? The other days. Multiple. Our first law of the game. Used your high-level Riz to marry a Grand Chieftain's daughter. Well, if that ain't the dream right there. Stop the count, I feel, is just sort of unfair sometimes. Swing votes is maybe better than anonymous. We have an invitation. Without a word, Count Apple King hands you a blood-red envelope. It's sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. And, get rid of that. Lady Frost Good morning. How are you doing here today? Welcome on in. Happy belated birthday to you, lady. Hope you had a very good weekend. Welcome back. You are, of course, a count. You have 9,900. How much is that? 9,900 gold in your coffers here. Missing number, welcome on in as well. Welcome to the counts. 500 gold in your coffers. I trust you had a restful, relaxful weekend, lady. But, welcome on in. We are just getting started on the very first sort of events. I received an invitation. What is this invitation all about? I can say no more. You must choose whether to accept our invitation or decline it. Yeah, Neri doesn't know much about the Crimson Vigil. Maybe she's heard some rumors about something that happened, you know, that was like 30 years ago. Well, since you're not explaining anything, I must decline. You have made your choice. I can't say I'm not disappointed. Neri is a little distrustful here. I'm sorry, my Count friends. But if you won't explain this ritual I'm attending, then I'm afraid I must decline. Master Sauron, welcome on in. Welcome back to the Chiefs. King's posture. I must have a king's posture. It is, Apple King, it is nothing against you personally here. I just, you want me to just show up in your creepy castle? Just without telling me what I'm doing there? And it is a creepy castle, okay, that you live in. There are giant spiders. They're probably near the castle. Missing a number leader. Your Highness, a forest on my land has been completely overrun by giant spiders. Some are as big as horses. The trees are shrouded in webs. Travelers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. All right. See, this is why I'm a little suspicious of the East. You have giant spiders. Do we A, send in the army to wipe them out? B, burn it with fire. C, put a bounty on giant spider legs. Or D, we must learn to coexist with the giant spiders. Let's introduce everybody to swing votes here. If you haven't seen what swing votes can do, there's a law in the game that will allow you to change what you are voting for. For this vote, you may change and vote for whatever you wish multiple times here. Swing away, my friends. Neri, I don't know. Hard to say. Swing votes isn't active then, but it appears that most people are voting D. We must learn to coexist with giant spiders. Are you mad? The burn it with fire. Some people might want. A few people swung off of, but it looks like it will still be D. Not everybody likes spiders. I do. I think spiders are neat. Coexist, they're monsters! Mandibles dripping with venom, snatching merchants off the roads, stringing them up to suck them dry. Arda, welcome on in. Thank you for joining us here today. I suppose I might change my tune if I saw giant spiders. 29.50 in your coffers here. Welcome back to the Patricians. They're a good combination of creepy and cute. Yes, cats. They're, you know, and they're not. They usually don't hurt humans. Most of them are physically incapable of hurting humans. But spiders keep other bugs away. Is one of the good things about spiders. No harm in trying to live with the spider's missing number. I'm so mad. Well, I hope you can calm down a little, Ardat. If you have something you want to talk about, feel free to get it out here. Are you role-playing that you're mad? No harm. Tell that to the next poor soul they find hanging upside down with no juices left in their body. Well, that's true. Alright, yeah, missing number, you're, I mean, that's true. Spiders, if they could kill us, might. You send your chancellor to Quail University. Perhaps these scholars will have some ideas for how you and the spiders can coexist peacefully. I mean, I hope so. The Honor Guard. Alright. Well, Arda, hope you feel better here. It's the beginning of a brand new week. It's going to look better and better. Especially because look who's here. The High Inquisitor. She always brings good news. Good news, Your Majesty. I have received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light. Blades and missiles crumbling to dust before they could reach you. You do not need to recruit an honor guard. The Ninth God will shield you from all harm. I've never seen the Ninth protect someone from a sword to the chest. You need tangible guards, Your Majesty. Does Neri believe? A vision from the High Inquisitor telling me I don't need an honor guard. Hyverix, it might have been one of those visions. Let's, before we make a rash decision, let's learn about every one of these choices. Picking our honor guard is a very important choice. Ephra, thank you for praising the Ninth. The Chief's choice are bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all. I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable and in a fight unbeatable. The Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. The Coastal Gladiators. Always a fine choice. They're a gang of low-born crooks who turn themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable. Can you trust them? Foreign mercenaries? I suggest the band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Made my decision. I wait your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. Neri probably doesn't believe in the Ninth. So I think I do need to pick an honor guard. I won't, yeah. There's a scandal with the Eastern Knights last time. Warriors are super strong. Gladiators, I also favor. I shall pick them. I will make the arrangements at once. Behold, don't point out things like that. That makes me nervous. Foolishness! Do you not trust the protection of the ninth? The kingdom grows more faithless by the day. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested, the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Surely this monarch won't be assassinated as well. I didn't even realize that, Behold, but that is true then, isn't it? Pats really like to take advantage of their own honor guard. But they're the Pats are loyalists. Surely they won't turn against me this game. End of season. We get to our first auction of the game. Ahoy, hoy! Thrifty? Hello there, sir. How are you doing here today? Surely they won't do it again. Exclamation point, fund, space, your choice, space, how much you wish to bid at an auction. Hope you're well here, Thrifty. My ambition is to welcome a new golden age into the kingdom. AKA, that is trade. You are ready and willing and able to fund a deer park. Thrifty, 69. How much do you have? 69.50 in your coffers. A, the prison will lower stability for the kingdom. B, the stadium will lower military for the chieftains. C, the deer park will lower farming for the counts. D, the fortress will raise military for the counts. E, the aqueduct will raise farming for the patricians. And then F, the theater will lower authority for the kingdom. Chieftains are trying Ragnarok. They want high military at the moment. Counts are trying, is it possession? They want low defiance. Patricians are remaining loyalists. Maybe not a super spicy auction. 60 seconds. Get your funds in the last 10 seconds. Only the top 2 buildings get funded. I would guess, like, D might be popular. Though I see a lot going into C. It is E and B currently. Alright, there's money being spent already. C and E, 2,500 and 2,000. B, lowering Chief's military. I see also now 2,500, somebody going to that. The C is lowering farming. Somebody hoping to sabotage Count's farming here. B, lowering military for the chieftains. Their military is high, probably good. B and E now being brought in. Now C getting up there. Again, excuse me, there's 3,500 in A. There's a lot in many things. 10 seconds left. It is B and C at 3,700 and 4,500. There's 3,500 in A. Now 3,990 and E. It's B and E. Currently B and E. It is indeed B and E. B lowers military for the chieftains. E will raise farming up for the patricians. Ephra, biggest contributor to B. B hole, biggest contributor to E. Coexisting with spiders. We'll get right back to spider stuff. Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm the arachnologist you sent for. Having spider problems, They've taken over an entire fortress. Ah, yes, the Tyrannus Magnum, colloquially known as the giant spider, or gigantula. Fascinating specimen with many practical uses. Ardad, the chief's goal is high military. The count's goal is low defiance. Patrician's goal is remaining loyalists. If you were playing on PC, there's an extension in the game. It should be above me, like where my mouse is. I recommend the extension will tell you what your goal is. Personally. You can raise them as livestock, milk them for their potent venom, or harvest their silk, which makes for fine sails, formidable armor. Or last but not least, you could train them from birth to be ridden as martyr steeds. Who could resist a cavalry regiment that comes into battle atop these almighty arachnids? Possibilities are endless. First, you need to get hold of some eggs. No easy task, I'm afraid. Alright. How do we acquire spider eggs? Do we A, hire some adventurers for the task? That is currently, yes, currently what they need, what they all need, Arda. B, send in soldiers to kill the spiders and take their eggs. C, lure the spiders from their nests with an offering. Or D, leave the spiders alone. Well, Arda, that's... That's statistics, really. I don't know. If you want to, I suppose, for your own knowledge, but we're trying not to know sort of everything, is what the point of these roleplay runs are. I mean, yes, people do want to complete their goals and schemes, but you don't need a reminder for everybody at all times. I will swing vote again here. Whatever we wish. That's fine. Well, that's fine, then. How do we get spider eggs? Swing votes isn't active. It's at 335 currently. I know it's a little hard to see how the votes are in roleplay sometimes. Okay, bring it down some. Still 344 currently. 355, 256, 256, 1651. It's tied 6-6 then between B and C. B-hole, are you switching between A and D then? Now 7-6, there it goes. Alright, we will send in soldiers to kill the spiders and take their eggs. Eastern troops sweep into the shrouded woods, hacking down webs and killing any spiders they come across. But it doesn't go well. These spiders strike from the shadows, dragging soldiers off to their doom. By the time your troops return, they've taken heavy losses, and the few eggs they did gather were crushed in the desperate retreat. Why? That doesn't sound like that was a success, everybody, if you can't tell. Draco Tarian, welcome on in. You are a patrician. Thank you for playing today. Your voting paddle is trying to swat a fly. It happens. Alright, it does happen. Alright. Crystal, good morning. How are you doing here today? Welcome back to the Chiefs here, milady. 10,550 gold in your coffers. Phew. This is hopeless. These spiders are more numerous than ever. Now my peasants are too afraid to leave their villages. Alright, so that's not working out well for the counts. You order the forest cordoned off, and these spiders left alone. The wood will be web-shrouded and deadly for many years to come. Peasants will speak of it, only in whispers. Okay. Vultures. First spiders, now vultures. Draco. It's appreciated. Do not worry about those affairs. We will get it all in order with time here, sir. We are meeting with Lady Frostiron. Greedy northern merchants are taking advantage of cheap eastern labor, your grace, exploiting our natural resources, putting our trading companies out of business. Oh, you mean, No. Metaphorical vultures, not actual vultures picking the land dry. Alright, lady. They're vultures, vultures. Is it really such a problem? This is just business, says Thrifty. Is it a problem? Maybe. Maybe. A, do we kick out the chiefs and put trading companies back in Eastern hands? B, the monarch will buy up all the northern trading companies. Or C, it is just business, baby. An argument between the counts and chiefs. What else is new? Good point there, Draco. Would I like... I mean, it might be nothing wrong with me buying it up. Would it be a good investment for the kingdom as a whole? It could do. Same time. I won't do it. No law here. Does whatever you wish here. Do we A, kick out the chiefs, put the companies back in the eastern hands? B, have the monarch buy up all the northern trading companies? Or C, is this just business, baby? I hope so, Draco. It's just a fancy name, right? Looks like A is winning then. That's 7 votes. Kick out the chiefs. Acts of my ancestor, trust me. Those eastern fools will run my companies into the ground. Yeah, peasants, Draco, I hear you. All the northern companies in the east are transferred to new ownership. Lumberyards, tanneries, silver mines, workshops. It all goes to Countess Lady Frost. As the months pass, it becomes evident that Chief Thrifty Tokens was wrong. The companies continue to make a nice profit, and the new owner spreads the wealth all across the east. Nice. Finding a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important to find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Nari, I think, likes the ladies. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision, says Harda. You'll marry into the patricians as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? Man, not this time, Amanda. That's you. That was you. We check in with the counts. Hidden in a labyrinth beneath an eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak of their schemes against the monarch. The last time I petitioned Monarch Nari, they gave me this dreadfully suspicious look. All the other counts are talking about it. The crown really has it in for us right now. Drakov's bones! We must claw our way back into their good graces. The counts aim. Lower their defiance 4 or less. So counts, your defiance looking a little high at the moment, that would appear. We come to our first tax season of the game. 3 ways, that a monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax raises defiance of the nation, adds 400 gold to the treasury, and subtracts 400 wealth from everybody in the nation. The common tax, no defiance swing. A mere 100 treasury to wealth. The bribe will lower defiance for a nation. Lower the treasury by 700. Give 700 wealth to everybody in the color. The patricians got the trade bonus. They invested wisely in wine exports. They all gained 500 wealth this turn. Everybody else gained 200. Looking at money. The Chiefs are the richest nation combined total wealth, I'd say. Pats are the lowest. Despite making the money this turn. I need to keep the counts in my good graces, don't I? We have, yeah. Draco, this, we are in the year 1049. This campaign has been running for over 100 years. My nobles get very rich as I play this game. Thrifty, before I do anything, Thrifty appears to be using something. Bribe the chiefs and cruel tax the others. I have channel point redemptions around here. The whisper in the king's ear and the coin is king will tell me what to do. They are very popular to use around tax season. How does Mary justify this roleplay wise? Just threatened? Thrifty essentially threatened me, is what I can say. However, oh my, Thrifty used the whisper. The coin is king trumps it. So I'm more inclined to do whatever Lady Frostiron tells me to do now. Cruel the chiefs. And bribe the others. The exact opposite of what he wanted. Lady Frost, you are truly wise. And alright, this is something that can happen sometimes too then. The whisper, there are cooldowns for both of them. Quick, someone. There's nothing else we can do. Nothing else can be done. Bribe. This... I was sort of considering something like this. I maybe wasn't going to bribe the counts. I was maybe going to do the middle, this down the line. But alright. All is not lost. However, on the verge of rebellion are the counts. They are at defiance of 5. And they can rebel. Alright. You can rebel in this game if your stability and authority are two of the kingdom's stats are lower than whatever your defiance is. So I guess authority and stability are super low too. Ouch. Okay. If you wish to rebel counts, you need... how many people does it say? It doesn't say how many people you need at the moment. But you need to type ! rebel if you do wish to rebel. There is a petitioner from afar. Your Majesty, there is a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. And, what does she want? You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oriad. I have a proposition for you. Who are you exactly? I am but a humble ship's captain, one of great renown, but that was a different time. Not a pirate, then? No, your majesty, never would I countenance the thought. Alright, tell me more about the proposition, then. 3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder. They each boast a full battery of cannons. Draco, we are playing by roleplay rules throughout this campaign, so that's why we are not showing the statistics at all. I do know that the Chiefs have the highest military. That's something I do know. The Counts and Patricians aren't very good either. So we just memorize them. Do it listen to Waper. Waper is keeping track usually of statistics if you do want to play statistically. Waper will know how to guide you. What is this favor you wish, Oriad? I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Dracotarian, thank you for the follow. Fine, I'll call a vote. And see that's why we have the big blocks. You can see I am putting those up there manually to keep people from seeing statistics. All right. What do we do here? Do we A, provide a safe harbor for Oriad in exchange for muskets? B, reject Oriad's offer and send her away? Or C, confiscate the weapons and take Oriad prisoner? Nothing during the game. Alright. Weapons might be nice. Let's, we'll swing vote it here. What do we do? Safe harbor for muskets? Reject the offer for B? Or C, confiscate the weapons and take her prisoner? Memorize the events. There are people around here, Kat, including myself, who have many things already sort of memorized in the game. One of the reasons I do like doing roleplay runs for that specific reason is to test my knowledge of the meta. Looks like we will be providing a safe harbor in exchange for muskets. And, knowledge of the meta lets you know if something good happens for A here. Oriad and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as planned. Oriad demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. Council clearly made the right decision. The bear event. Oh god, the bear event. We've only seen the bear event one time last week. It's usually good to see it early so you can see the whole thing, because it takes a while. Invasion? Master Sauron in Invasion. Your Majesty, we're being overrun. Not by sword and spear, mind you, but by lampreys. A particular virulent breed of saltish sea lampreys, to be precise. They must have been introduced by a careless trader. By now, they're feasting on local fish. There's no natural predators to stop them. The council must do something. Okay. Alright, do we A, introduce a new species to prey upon the lampreys themselves? B, let this be, just nature taking its course? C, call upon a great culling to deal with this? Or D, make up a story about them being a Kurth delicacy? Okay. So the lampreys are fish. If you do not know what a lamprey is. So they're like we have a fish problem. How do we deal with our fishy problem? I don't know. And I'm not sure myself here. Let's just go ahead. We'll go ahead. I got no choice for I don't think I have a clear veto or anything. Looks like D, make up a story about them being a Kurth delicacy winning out. Lamprey, can they be tasty? Cat, you got me convinced. I would eat lamprey. I don't think I have. Oh, lampreys. Lamprey. That helps pronounce. We're pretty sure they're tasty, alright? Trust us. Why would we lie? Make up a story? I'm pretty sure this is real. The key is to squeeze the snot out. Every time, you got it. You spread a myth about lampreys and their nutritional value, as well as the greedy Kurth anglers who covet them for their acquired yet refined taste. See, sounds like a brilliant lie. Not only do the chiefs make a tidy profit from this intrepid gastronomist, they have also a bountiful new food source, even if the lampreys are a little slimy and very full of teeth. Kurt Angles. Yes, love them. Fish. How terribly 1048. No one cares about fish anymore. And yeah, that worked out for the Chiefs. They enjoyed the lampreys. Gastroeconomist. Yes. Eligible options. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. All right. Another important decision that every monarch must make. Let's meet our eligible bachelorettes. We choose for love above all else. This is Mag, firstborn daughter of the Northern Leonidas clan. From what I've heard, she knows exactly what she wants, and she'll do whatever's necessary to get it. So she's ambitious, that's what you're telling me. Always got her nose in a book, from what I've heard. Had a bit of a controversy a while back when her clan hall burned down. She was to blame somehow. Okay. She reads, a bit of a smarter for a chieftain. Burning down a clan hall isn't good. Zweifrund, welcome on in. How are you feeling here today? Happy Monday to you. Is that 3980 in your coffers here? I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Avina, eldest daughter of the Eastern Zweifrund dynasty. Zweifrund, you're just bringing your daughter in just now. That is who... Sauron, if that's who she is, that is truly worthy. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for the portrait. A very pious young lady. She did have to suppress a peasant revolt in her land recently. I wonder why. Pious count in this kingdom? That just sounds ridiculous. How did she become a follower of the ninth in our kingdom? Peasant revolt too? I don't know. What is with all these Eastern candidates? They never seem to be too good. Don't see what all the fuss is about personally. 1 in a million count. Why? Of course, that's why there was the revolt. They hated her preaching to them. Finally, from the coast, we have Eulalia, wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Draco Terranian's estate. She spends most of her time in the solitude of her villa, so I know little about her. Arda, welcome on back. Feeling tired or exhausted? Well, if you need sleep, please get sleep. That's why, friend, it is important for your body. If you feel tired, you might also need to eat or just drink some water is good. But I hope you feel better, Zwei. And, this candidate, then, we don't know anything about this candidate. The mystery partner. Can you tell me? Please, if you can tell me something about her, Draco, convince me. I can't say king of the castle, king and queen. Alright, but besides that, Amanda. Sauron, I would love a nice girl like that, alright? Could be worse, could be a lot better. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions to gain a lifelong alliance. Amanda, welcome in officially. Where are you? You are a chieftain. 1,000 gold in your coffers. Oread, Hyverex, I would pursue Oread. However, knowing the meta game, I cannot get Oread. Oread, you have to be a queen. Monarch alone will not do. You have to be queen in order to woo Oread. So it's unfortunate. It would have been perfect. No, if I was a queen, I would definitely go for Oread here. That would have been so much fun. Came out of work and resting. Alright, well that's good then. Is an adopted background. Oldest amongst her step-siblings, but has proven to be a brilliant lass. Rather shy and quiet. I like a shy girl. I've made my decision. Well, which of them do you wish to marry? Avina, this is like the 5th count in a row I've just immediately dismissed. I'm sorry, counts, you're not producing good heirs. I have not liked any count that we've seen so far, like this whole week. Draco sounds lovely. Is that too good to be true, though? I'm always wary of the ones that are too good to be true. Mag wasn't perfect either. Do we go Eulalia just for the mystery? We do not know what Eulalia will be like, besides what Draco was telling us here. We're not refusing. We've only, we did a Party of Monarchs before. We're not doing Party Monarch again. Mr. Kingpin Panda. Sleep well, sir. Thank you for being here. Hope you're feeling all right, sir. Eccentric. We are all a little eccentric. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Ha 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 ha! You don't even know. We get to a new law, and it has to be this one. We'll keep swing for now. Sure, why not? On the verge of rebellion are now 2 factions. Both the chieftains and the counts are allowed to rebel. Sauron very early to rebel. Chiefs, alright. Counts were holding off and rebelling. It appears the chiefs are not for the moment. Don't rebel until you've seen the finest mead, though, okay? The finest mead. You know you love this, chiefs. despite it being a PATS event. Gamers comes to me. Your Serene Highness, the seasons have not been kind to us in the coast. We face poor harvests and miserable farmers. I beg of you, send aid. What do your people need, gamers? What people? No, I am to be wed, your august majesty, and when the day comes, I will drink only the finest mead. But with the farms in the current state, we lack the honey. I need more bees! Force the farmers of the coast to don their fancy wicker suits. We shall all drink our fill of honey wine. Alright. The gamers, this does sound like a serious problem. No honey mead? Ridiculous. What do we do? A. Offer honey subsidies for coastal farmers. B. Pass a law that mandates beekeeping in the coast. Or D. Do nothing. This is ridiculous. We can't do nothing. No, this is not... It's ridiculous to not have honey mead, is what I say. I think we have to do something. No, nay. We need to get the bees somehow. Offer honey subsidies, or pass a law mandating beekeeping. What do we do? How do we get bees to the coast? I think have I seen this event? I don't recall this event. Usually bee events are count related. Counts are sort of the bee faction. We haven't seen a bee event last week or this week. Honey subsidies, though. Alright, we can afford that. That should be fine. The coast farmers are uncertain until we explain that apiarism actually just means keeping bees. Soon the coast is abuzz. Is that what it means? That's what I guess it would fun. Apiarism actually just means keeping bees. Soon the coast is abuzz. Haha. Thank you, Your Serene Highness. My wedding is sure to be a success. My wedding's coming up soon, too, and I wanted mead as well. They thought it meant keeping apes. Ah! Of course. Oh, apiary. Like apiary, yes. A private exchange. The Kurth captain that we allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons, she's become the cause of some concern. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy. Very well. I'll have a word with her. You find Ordiat pacing the halls, far from her assigned chambers. What are you doing out of your room? Thinking? Is that a crime? To the death, you say? It doesn't matter. I just have a lot to ponder. I'm the monarch. Surely I can do something. She studies you for a moment, then shakes her head. I appreciate the offer, Your Majesty, but I must deal with this myself. Please excuse me. She walks away without another word, leaving you to ponder her secrets. Do you not trust me, Ordiat? I am the monarch. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Eulalia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. So yes, I'm marrying the patrician's wife. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Eulalia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. After the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Eulalia, turns bright red every time a toast is called in her honor. How nice. By the time you find yourself alone with Eulalia, it's past midnight. You've never felt more tired. Hello. No, she is the shy one. We can bring it up here. I hope that you had a good as time as I did. You too. You both lapse into strained silence. Eulalia gulps back her wine. You need to work on your people skills. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. After a moment's awkward silence, Eulalia abandons her wine and flees from the room. Flees? And I have to take that down to show you the rebellion has been halted. Put your pitchforks away. You were most pleased by the wedding, everybody. but all right. I guess that's a warning to us that rebellion is close, though. Don't rebelling now. Draco, I always will try to be kind and loyal to my wife here. She seems like a lovely lady. And I will try. Brokering an alliance. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana! Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well. They've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern villages. Yes, you can. That's fine. That's fine enough for that. It's going away now. Nothing goes up, I mean. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. Hi, the ice giants are a formidable ally. Tall as a building, limbs like tree trunks. These southerners don't know how to fight like we do. But first, we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom's worth of plunder? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage of your scheme, the chiefs must raise other regions' trade. Combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. Alright, so chiefs, you want to raise the trade up of everybody else. You check in with everybody. The chieftains, yes, on their second stage need trade to be high for the counts and the patricians. The counts need their own defiance to be low. The patricians are loyalists. They will win the game if I win the game. Jelly Scuds, welcome on in, Jelly. You are a count. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be. Welcome on in, Jelly. I currently have no heir? Of course not. I just got married. There's a something arena. Call of the Arena from Eulalia? What? Wasn't predicting this. Ah, Neri, I have something I need to discuss with you. I've been honing my combat skills in the practice yard, but I long to experience the real thing. The arena in my hometown is looking for volunteers. May I heed the call? I wasn't predicting my wife would be a gladiator. I don't know. The shy gladiator? Who would you be fighting? It sounds too dangerous for the queen consort. As long as you're careful, sure, whatever, just keep me out of it. Who would you be fighting, Eulalia? Maidenless, hello there. Mostly wild animals, like bulls or lions. But if I impress, who knows? Maybe I'd get to fight an arena legend like the Adder, or Haroyo, the Bulwark. Maidenless, welcome on back to the Patricians. 1,250 in your coffers. True enough. Fighting can be an art in itself. The art of war, exactly. Not to worry. Fights against gladiators are only to first blood, of course. Yeah, sure they are. It sounds too dangerous for the queen consort. As long as you're careful or sure, whatever, just keep me out of it. Ugh. Do I let her go? It seems really dangerous. I wouldn't want something to happen to you. As long as you're careful, Eulalia. Excellent. I'll look for me in the fur loincloth. I'll be wearing your colors, of course. Well, wait a minute. You didn't mention you'd be wearing fur loincloths, Eulalia. Might we get a sneak peek of that? I'm the king. The day of Eulalia's first fight comes quickly. You watch from your booth, and she looks attractive. All that fighting in the yard wasn't for nothing, after all. Eulalia does well in her first bout, dispatching a wild boar with only a trident. But it's her fight against the lion that everyone's waiting for. Roll here. King Israel, hello there. Welcome on in, King. Chieftain, hello there. 8,365 gold in your coffers. I will cheer on my wife. The fight goes poorly, to say the least. Oh, God. Your honor guard are forced to jump into the ring on Eulalia's behalf and drag her out, losing one of their own in the process. Ooh. Okay, that was embarrassing, honey. Ouch. Wow. Are you okay? That's what I mean to say. Wow. Okay. She didn't die. I don't think she's dead. Word of the embarrassing fight spreads far and wide, causing a dip in Queen Consort's credibility, and by extension, yours. Damn it. My honor guard are gladiators, yes. Oh. I hope she's okay. Alright, well. So much for happy wife. That's not gonna be good. The bounty hunters. Your Majesty, these good folk are bounty hunters, representing the Republic of Kurth, they say. Monarch Neri, we greet you humbly. And, make it quick, I have little time for mercenaries. Draco, appreciated, but not necessary. We are searching for someone, a fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name Oread. What kind of fugitive is she? The ships under her command are property of the Republic of Kurth, as is their cargo. So, Oread wasn't telling us the whole truth, was she? I'm afraid she's under my protection. As we feared. Still, perhaps we can work out a deal. The Grand Pensionary of Kurth is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman, and we are sure that an esteemed monarch such as yourself would not risk drawing Kurth's ire. As proof of our goodwill, we will even allow you to keep the firearms that were stolen. Okay. Do we A, hand Orion over to them? B, refuse the bounty hunter's offer? Or C, discreetly pay the hunters to take someone else? We don't want to make, we don't wish to make Kurth angry. Dr. Joe Fly, thank you for the follow. She is an illegal immigrant who doesn't pay taxes. I wish people would pay their taxes. I am a patrician. Truly a patrician. How are you doing, Joe? Welcome on in. Are you familiar with this game at all? You can type exclamation point join if you wish to join on in. It's a lot of fun, I promise you, to watch, but you can also, you represent my Council of Nobles. I might, we have an important decision right here. Ephra, welcome on in. Ephra Bulbasaur, new friend. This is... I'm not allowed to say the name of the word. This is Blank of the Castle, a streamer versus chat game. Or if you type exclamation point join, you can join in. You like the role? It is a lot of fun to play the role play mode if you haven't done it before. It's challenging, but at the same time, you know, really makes you think about your decisions. So we cover up both the statistics for practically the whole game. The word is banned. Yes, there's a word banned. I'm not allowed to say. I've done very good not saying it. I can say kingdom to hint what the word is, but I can't say the first part of the word. I think here, Monarch Neri, yes, Monarch Neri is a patrician's monarch, everybody. And, I think we don't want to anger Kurth, and we might want to make a little money for the kingdom. There's a bounty on this woman's head. She wouldn't even tell me what she did. She could be dangerous. I say I will bribe you all to hand Orion over to them. Monarch's golden choice. You may not know the statistics of the game. Missing number immediately getting in. But we do know if you vote for A, you get 500 personal wealth. Here comes the money. Arda, thank you. Joe Fly, then, welcome on in officially. You have ended up on the counts for the game here. We did this campaign all last week as well, Dr. Joe, and anybody new. Thus, we are in the summer of 1050. We don't want to anger the other region. Plus, we all get some money. So why not A? The bounty hunters nod their thanks, assuring you that the Grand Pensionary herself will hear of your good deed. When Orion is dragged from her quarters, the scowl on her face looks as though it could crack a ship's hull. Alexandra KK, welcome on in. Still, the hefty coin sack allays your guilt. Besides, she was a criminal, wasn't she? Welcome on into the patricians for the game here, Alexandra. Well, thank you for joining us. All right, money. That was good. That was a good thing. She was a criminal. and deserved to be put in jail and give us money for it. The deceased. The elderly Chief Marjata, a cousin many times removed of Chief Crystal Eos, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? A better end than most of us get, 90 years old? Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed at home in the north most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will. The nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Chief Marjata was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course, the estate should be mine. My late great-grandmother used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. So Jelly has a good point. By Morgana's cauldron, that's a pitiful claim. All right. Do we A, give the estate to Chief Crystal? B, give the estate to Countess Jelly? C, redistribute the estate among the northern peasants? Or D, claim the estate for the treasury? Help you, Herbo. How much do you have? Let us, Jelly only has 1,500 gold, while Crystal has 11,150 gold. I mean, putting it like that, Crystal, a little greedy of you to want a little bit more. We'll swing vote here. Swing vote means that you can switch who you're voting for during this vote only. It's not about the money. It's a little bit about the money. A little bit. Swing votes means you can change who you're voting for. It's a close race right now between B and C. B with 5, C with 8, though. These swingers wish to turn the tide. Redistribute it amongst the peasants sounds nice. Northern and eastern nobles watch in outrage as peasants occupy the estate and move into the manor house. Using the late Chief Marjata's money, the peasants set up a marketplace on her land. It turns out to be a huge success, with merchants flocking to the place in crowds. A few thousand peasants, though? It might be acceptable. All right. That didn't sound too bad, right? We check in with the patricians. No, deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the coastal patricians are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins crisscrossed by colored string. The monarch has married Eulalia. Praise the 9th. Now they just need to get on with producing an heir. We can't hold off the other regions forever. All right. Thank you then. Once you put it in perspective, it doesn't sound bad at all. Behold, indeed, the clock is ticking. The chiefs are calling up their most famous heroes for a moot. A moot? A moot in the north? God knows what for, but it's got to be big. I guess that means a meeting. A moot. New word. Never seen it. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. Monarch Neri isn't going anywhere on our watch. A moot is a meeting. I don't think I've ever heard that before. A moot! Vocabulary word for the day. Use it in a sentence with your friends. The patricians must continue to aid the monarch by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. So patricians are on loyalist scheme. My goal was to be and usher in a new golden age. We get to our next auction of the game. especially in Anglo-Saxon and medieval times. Exclamation point, fund space, your choice space, how much you wish to bid for an auction. Richest nobles pictured on the right, Waper at 19,000 is getting up there. Apple King, second place, 15,000. Lady Frost at 12, Crystal at 11 are top 4. You usually don't have to worry about the very richest nobles. A lot of times they are hoarding their wealth. It's these middle class ones that throw their money around. A, the aqueduct will raise farming up for the chieftains. B, the Deer Park will lower farming for the chieftains. C, the fortress will raise military for the counts. D, the stadium will lower military for the counts. E, the Grand Bazaar will raise trade for the pats. Then F, the prison will lower stability for the kingdom. Chiefs, currently their goal for the game, they want trade high for the counts and patricians. So they like E. Patricians also like E because they want total trade to be high amongst the kingdom. Counts want low defiance, so seemingly not as much, though counts might want, C, anti-count being D. 60 seconds for an auction. I recommend getting your snipes in the last 10 seconds. Only the top 2 buildings will be created. Group funding really works. Don't feel that you have nothing to contribute here, because you can. D and C being funded. D will raise lower military. C will raise military for the counts. That would be a wash. There's 700, now 800, now 2,400 in E. E and D being passed, then now D and E. D gets up to 3,300, E at 2,400. There's 1,100 in C, now 1,600 in C, 2,400 still in E. D and E currently. Only the top 2 will get made. It seems to be a 3-way race. Now it's C and D, now C and D. C, 4,600, 12 seconds left, now 10 seconds left. 4,600, 3,600, there's still 4,600 in C, 4,750 in E, 3,600, 6,100 for C. D keeps rising, but it can't catch E. It's C and E. I think. C and E. It is C and E. C raises military up for the counts. Apple King, biggest contributor to that. E raises trade up. Then for the patricians, Arda, biggest contributor to that. The rebellion report. On the verge of rebellion once again are the chiefs and the counts. Yeah, I know we can see it then. That's fine that we can see it at the moment. 6 defiance is enough to rebel. Seems rather low. So our authority and stability are going down again. There is... I will say, I only see 2 events. Here's the other event. Bees is another event. Uh-oh. Don't look. The coast has been has taken to beekeeping like bees to a flower. Crops are bountiful, fields are blooming. There have been festivals, much dancing and merriment. But the church is worried. The farm folk are besieged by nightmares, all involving bees. It has made them superstitious. They are losing their faith in the... Your Serene Highness, wait! The coast farms have been proved beyond measure. There are widespread happiness like never before. But for some reason, the church wishes to burn our hives. Wait. What? It must be done. Our churches lie empty on holy days, for the peasants of the coast now worship only the harvest. They pray to their hives instead of the night. All right. They feel... I know. Archie... don't... Gosh. Your esteemed highness, please. The peasants have full bellies and joyful smiles. This is what the church would burn, your esteemed highness. Liars! My priests report that your peasants complain of night horrors and insomnia. Something evil is happening in the coast. Ahoy hoy! Negatron, thank you for lurking, sir. Hope all is well on your side of the planet here. We have a... Alright. It appears there's something more to these bees than we may have thought. At the same time, they are just bees. I think it's the church. We need the bees. Bring in the bees. A, what do we do? A, spare the bees. B, more bees. Fund more bees. Or C, burn the hives. I mean... I don't want to burn the hives. Get rid of it. We'll get rid of burning. We're not burning hives. Veto C. Yes, we are not burning the hives. Either spare the bees or more bees. All right. Maybe we don't have enough. Maybe that's the problem, is we don't have enough bees. Merton, I have no idea. We need to just convert to worships of the bee. Wait, what? Worship the bees? What are you talking about, Nari? More bees. For the swarm. I like that. Yeah. Witch cat. This might not be the best of ideas. Up, and let's cover that up. Cover that up. The church is horrified. The farmers are overjoyed. They invest in more hives and throw festivals to celebrate. Not festivals in your name, nor in the name of the ninth god. But at least they're happy. Okay. Comet sighting. Yeah, Pat's Farms, thanks to the bees, has been going up all game here. Maidenless. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the coast, your serene highness. The workers are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions. I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. Or no, it's just peasants being peasants. Really, this is a comet? How are they so scared of a comet? It can't affect us. It's just peasants being peasants, maidenless. For a few weeks, the coast is gripped by panic. Riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land, foretelling doom. About my heir. Your marriage to Eulalia has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough. You've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about perfecting her combat moves than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone who's young, loyalty's assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I don't think me and the wife will be having a child together here. But I'm pretty sure I've got a bastard lying around somewhere. The church won't be happy. What else is new? But they're just as keen to avoid a civil war as we are. They'll legitimize the bastard without much fuss. I will meet with the Archbishop tomorrow. And, It would appear for the moment then that a rebellion might be in order after all. March of the Giants. Back in the north, Chief Marrow is hosting yet another feast at his clan hall. Not everyone is in the mood for celebrating, however. No developments, I'm afraid. The Giants aren't willing to commit, not yet anyway. What's the problem? They'll leave their brains in the ice caves again? Or are they too scared to take on a measly monarch? Nay, not enough plunder. We must make the other regions bigger, juicier targets. Chief's aim. Raise other regions' combined trade to 12 or more. So chiefs right now, counts and patricians need higher trade. However, that will be on pause during rebellion. And it will appear the rebellion will be going off. Chiefs and counts. Uh-oh. There are 3 ways a monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax will raise defiance for a nation. Give 400 gold to the treasury. Take 400 wealth from everybody in that nation. The common tax, no defiance swing. 100 treasury to wealth. The bribe will lower defiance. Lower the treasury. Give 700 wealth to everybody in the nation. An interesting tax season. You cannot tax the nations that are in rebellion. The counts themselves got the bonus. They sell unused tracts of land to the Adventurers Guild. They all gained 500 gold. Missing numbers brings up a good point. I know you are loyal. I know you are loyal to me, Pats. We may need money for the war. Because I don't know. I don't know if we can take them all. I don't know if we can do this, Pats. We have to win this war somehow. And that we will need money for the treasury. I would hate to do it to my loyalists here. But we have to fend them. We will have to fend them off somehow. Seems so mean to tax my only loyalists. But yes, for the bees, if we want the bees storyline to continue here, we need to hold off a joint rebellion. Can we train the bees to fight for us? Maybe. For the kingdom, I am a rebellion report. Pats can't rebel. They are very low defiance at the moment. We'll go we'll check the rebellion first. At long last, the chiefs have reached their boiling point. I suppose the chiefs are leading the rebellion. You are confronted in your throne room by Chief Amanda Sweetstar. Their tattoos seeming to shift in the light of the braziers. Amanda? How could you? The chiefs of the north will rip that false crown from your head and stomp it into the mud. We will be fighting for glory, for honor, and for Odhala, the true queen. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. One day, I will see your head on a spike. Not today, Amanda. There will be many heads on spikes before this war is over. Mine will not be among them. Not today. An important decision there, whether to behead my poor friend Amanda or not. Chief Amanda Sweetstar strides from your throne room without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels, Marshal? Well, we're badly outnumbered. Your hopes are slim. How did things get so bad? The leader of the rebellion is Chief Master Sauron. I should have known. As reason for the uprising, he's citing your history of petty transgressions against the chiefs. Petty transgressions? You declare war against your monarch over petty transgressions? You can't even list what I did wrong, really. It's so insignificant. Urge to murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it? Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. We'll go opening strike first. Chief Master Sauron, meeting with the counts. My dear counts of the East, thank you for joining us in our righteous war against the tyrant monarch Nari. It is in our best interests, enemy of my enemy and all that, says Dr. Joe. Well, before you commit your troops, we must decide where to direct our opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the Patricians to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Patricians might join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch. Or finally, you could send an assassin to nip this in the bud. No, not my bud. Alright, counts. How do you proceed? A. Launch a preemptive strike on the Patricians. B. Call upon the Patricians to join your cause. C. Petition for support of the church. Or D. Send an assassin after the monarch. Counts only. I will note my honor guard is the Patricians' honor guard then. Counts. Preemptive strike on the Pats. It appears so. The Counts launch a surprise attack on the coast, slashing and burning their way across fields and farmlands. Yeah, I think I might go. They catch a regiment of the coastal army unawares and spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper that the battleground will be stained red for a generation.
It works every time.
Every time. How exquisite! Down with the monarch! The eastern soldiers return home in triumph, leaving the coast devastated in their wake. Captured loyalists. King Israel. Good news, Alex Blacksteel. In my latest soiree, I captured a key leader of the loyalist forces. A scourge on you, Israel. You poxy snollygoster. Release me at once. Poxy snollygoster. Another new favorite insult. But, they have captured Alexandra KK. Uh-oh. I don't feel, this doesn't bode well. Someone gag our guests. I'm tired of listening to her wittering. That's better. Now we can hear ourselves think. So, Alex, what shall we do with our prize? Chiefs, what do you do with a prisoner of war? Execute her and send her head to the monarch. B. Extract key information from her by any means necessary. C. Free her as a show of mercy. Or D. Demand a hefty ransom from the patricians. Alright. Chiefs only vote. What do you do with a prisoner of war? Hefty ransom. You greedy chiefs, you. Alright. Demand a hefty ransom. How much will it take? Marvelous. My fellow patricians will pay the ransom. I'm sure of it. You'd better hope so, for your own sake. Alright, and then boom. Alright, you. Patricians. Yes, we'll pay. Or B, we never liked her anyway. Patricians. Wow. Do you pay the ransom? Looks like you are. Alright, patricians. How nice of you. I don't know if I was expecting it, what to expect or not here. We protect our own. Alright, patricians. We will hold off this rebellion. We just have to remain strong. We will pay, huh? I don't know how much it is. It didn't even say how much it is in the vote there. Look at their money. Yeah, see how you can pay how much attention to how much money you're going to get here. Barrels full of gold are delivered to the gleeful chiefs who send Lady Patrician Alexandra KK back home tied to a donkey. How much was it? Did you see? 750 gold? That's a lot. Wow. Okay. End of season. Another law. I guess I need the unity maybe here, I guess. I think, I don't know, I think stability and authority are both pretty low. I don't know exactly where they're at. Free donkey. Yes, we made out. Good. Let's go. We'll go a pinch point first. Chief Crystal. Glory awaits thrifty tokens. Our forces will soon march across the river Gold Spool into the coast, and after that, it's a clear road to the capital. A river crossing is a dangerous time for any army. We should do something unexpected. Build rafts downstream, float our troops across. By the old gods, what cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the coast. Aye, if. I urge caution. Chiefs, alright. Look at you. Do you A, build rafts downstream away from the trouble? B, seize the day, capture and hold the main bridge? Or C, cross the bridge and collapse it behind you? Chiefs, carpe diem. Capture and hold the main bridge. We are fighting. Chiefs have definitely spoken. They've, this is what they were born for, I think. The Chiefs mount a furious assault on the bridge. It's narrow enough to create a pinch point, negating any numbers advantage. This will come down to which side has the fiercest warriors. Friday. Good morning. How are you doing here today? Happy Monday to you. Hope the rest of your weekend went well here, my dear. You are a returning patrician, the green team. 2,050 gold in your coffers. Hide the bottom. Yes, hide the bottom. The patricians, your team right now, Friday, and anybody else joining us, is fighting off a rebellion. And hopefully they can. The answer to everyone's surprise is the patricians. That is a bit of a shock. That is a bit of a shock. The Pats, you just fought off the Chiefs? Wow. That was a good roll, I will tell you guys. By day's end, the bridge's flagstones are slick with blood, but it remains in coastal hands. The Chiefs retreat in disarray. Yeah, times C. Yeah, that was an 80% roll that you guys missed there. Ooh. Pats, my loyal Pats, good work. In the end, the Chiefs managed to cross the river downstream, but they've lost valuable momentum and taken grave losses. Excommed. Good work, Pats. Thank you, my loyalist army. The coming harvest. Your Majesty, I must speak to you at once. The beekeepers in the coast have become emboldened. They see the kingdom's support as an endorsement of their beliefs. Beliefs? The High Inquisitor betrays no hint of emotion. They become obsessed with bees, Your Majesty. They're formed their own traditions and ceremonies with honey, hooded robes, and dancing. It must be stopped. Alright, so, the Patricians, yeah, have become a little obsessed with bees this game. I didn't know it was getting this bad. Why exactly? What? The farmers speak of death, Your Majesty, and the coming harvest. They speak of golden tongues, blood running like honey. There's nothing more than a cult. That the Patricians are more than tolerating us. This isn't a cult. It's merely quaint rural traditions. They're making some divine honey. Right. This is a loyalist-only vote, so only the Patricians can vote for this. A, do you demand the cultists abandon their hives and resume attending church? B, send in the military, burn the hives. Or C, this is no business of the council. True enough, Merton, or Arda, we can't send the army. We're already at war. We have to leave it be. Patricians, green team only. Are you feeling bees? If you guys want bees, I will Monarch's golden choice on C for you here. This is no business of the council. We are feeling bees. If it is your wish, then this is no business of the council. And then everybody, this is Patricians only. This is would be a loyalist vote. You're getting back money from the ransom. Yes, indeed. And if we can hold off the rebellion, there'll be a lot more money for you. Not your business. This is an attack on the Church of the Ninth. She storms from the council hall, fists clenched. A few days later, you hear that the Inquisitors are traveling up and down the realm, accusing you and the Council of heresy. Meanwhile, the beekeeping cult in the coast flourishes. Churches stand empty. Holy books are burned. Peasants kneel before their hives, praying for honey. Praise the hives. The golden choice representing honey. Bees are in I've never thought of it like that. Jelly, have they been in control of me this whole time? A great battle. Vast armies darken the landscapes like shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the north is trying to link up with the army of the east. If we take them both at once, we're in real trouble. Our only hope is the Patricians. Against both armies at once, they'd be outnumbered. But perhaps they can take one of the rebel armies by surprise before they join forces. We have no choice but to strike one or the other before it's too late. What are your orders, Your Majesty? tell the patricians to go after the northern army first, or they'll tell the patricians to go after the eastern army first? I do believe the east is weaker. Although you just beat the northern army before. Yeah, it's definitely probably the east. If we're feeling lucky against the north again, that would probably be better. I don't know if we are. I think we should go... we must believe in XCOM. I think we should go for safer choice and do eastern. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to the commander in the field. But you guys get to vote, though, on who you want to fight. Hopefully they do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. Alright. It doesn't even matter. What do you do here, patricians? Follow orders, send the coastal army to fight the counts. Defy orders, send the coastal army to fight the chiefs. Or hang back and let the rebels march on the capital without challenge. There is no safe choice here, no. I think it will be an easier role for A. But if B were to succeed, it would be better overall. Jelly, that sounds great. Honey is medicinal. Sure, why not? The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room, drenched in the blood and sweat of battle. Marshal, report. At dawn, we drew up in battle formation. It was all very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. The Eastern Army smashed into our troops like the fist of the Ninth himself. I've seen some battles in my time, Your Majesty, but never a massacre like that. So much blood. We were utterly annihilated. Some of the coastal forces may have survived by fleeing to the hills. I don't know. I had to get out of there. How could this have happened? We threw the dice. They came up snake eyes. These things happen in war. If we want to see the year's end, we must build up fortifications, stockpile food, train up a citizens' militia. Because honestly, now's that time to hunker down and hope for a miracle. The armies of the chiefs and the council will be camped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. It's time to pray to the Ninth, Your Majesty. Because apart from him, we're on our own. What about the bees? Can't I pray to the bees? We check in with everybody. However, when you're in rebellion, your schemes are put on hold. So right now, the Ragnarok and possession schemes do not matter. Currently rebelling, because they are currently rebelling. My heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My legitimized, natural-born daughter. The assembled nobles break out in sporadic applause. By designating an heir, you cemented stability of the kingdom, provided you can survive the civil war. Though the common folk may lose some faith in the church, seeing their monarch's extramarital affairs adventures being forgiven so easily. Your esteemed highness, says Friday, may I be the first to congratulate you on legitimizing your daughter. What is her name? Friday, this is Neri II. Excellent, your esteemed highness. I'm sure little Neri II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Besieged! The counts and chiefs march through the Crown lands, pillaging and burning. The roads are heaving with refugees. Corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded. You stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at the army camps stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from there, your majesty. If they get lucky with a crossbow bolt. Is there any hope, Marshal? Only one. The patricians are still out there, your majesty. Their armies were smashed by the rebels, but they'll be gathering reinforcements and calling on reserves. I hope they get here in time. You're right. There is still hope. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder toward the capital. It crashes into the nearby clock tower, smashing it to smithereens. Like I said, your majesty, you better get inside. Contaminated river. Troubling news, your majesty. The Treadwater River has been contaminated. We're not sure how, but the Counts got upstream of us and fouled the river. Ninth only knows with what. I know. The clock tower gets killed, practically destroyed, like every rebellion. I'll spare you the details of what's happening to the poor soul who's drunk from it. Rest assured it's not pretty, and very deadly. The Treadwater provides water for the whole city. If this problem isn't solved soon, then we'll all die of thirst. All right. Patricians, what do we do here? A. Order the patricians to sneak water supplies into the capital. B. Keep the safe drinking water for the nobles and the army. C. Continue to drink from the river. Or D. Build a dam to block the river and flood the enemy camp. Patricians? I think we have to do something here. A or D? A or D, I say. Patricians, do you think you could sneak the water? Draconian said. D, Friday saying D, maybe Draco. Golden choice on D, perhaps, then? If that's what we want. D might be our only way, indeed. It's hard to say. We have to stop the rebellion. The rebellion's doing very well. Pray for a B miracle here. If you vote, patricians, if you vote for D, you get wealth, is all we know. Let's build a dam. Sir Slippity, welcome on in. How are you doing here today, sir? How was your weekend? 8,600 gold in your coffers here, Slippity. Thank you for kissing the ring. Are we going to say goodbye to the patrician's ring? You are in the midst of a rebellion, Slippity Slap. The Counts and the Chiefs' combined forces are really wearing the kingdom down. Thank you for kissing the ring, though. And I'm not sure... We're gonna need some luck, patricians. A dam? What a wonderful challenge! I'd revel in the opportunity, Your Highness. The dam goes up in a matter of days. Even under the threat of arrow fire, the chief architect works like a beaver who smelled a pack of wolves. The contaminated water spills into the enemy camps, sowing disease and disarray. Unfortunately, a lot of it floods the city as well. Oopsie! Hydroengineering never was my strong suit. Mostly good result. We get to our next auction of the game. Exclamation point fund, space your choice, space how much you wish to bid for an auction. Richest nobles are on the right. Waper, you are on the cups with that 20,000 now, with 19,860. Everybody's money matters during an auction, though, not just the richest nobles. And anybody can fund during an auction. The rebels can have a say in this yet. A, the fortress will raise military for the chiefs. B, the Thieves Guild will lower trade for the chiefs. C, the cathedral will raise faith for the counts. D, the monument will raise authority for the kingdom. E, the Grand Bazaar will raise trade for the pats. And F, the theater will lower authority for the kingdom. A and F rebels. Rebels, then, yeah. A and F sounds good for rebellion, since that raises chiefs military, and then if one of the kingdom's stats reaches 0, which is what F might be trying to do. Loyalists, then. E and D. E and D are the loyalist picks. Maybe even like B to lower trade for the chiefs, though E is better. E, I don't know which is better. 60 seconds for an auction. Only the top 2 buildings get funded. I recommend getting in your money the last 10 seconds at the very least. A, receiving a lot out of the gate. No matter what stage they are in the game, chiefs always love fortresses. D, though, is behind it at 2,200. 6,050 in A. There's 2,250 now in E. 2,250 in D. 501 in F. A has a pretty big lead, though we have to watch out for others coming in. A at 7,050. 30 seconds left. 2,300 now. 3,100 in D. It's a close race between D and E for second place. F now with 1,201 in it, though D is still in second place. 3,100. There's 2,350 in E. It's still A, but then D and E, 10 seconds left. D at 3,100, 2,350 in E, there's 1,901 in F. Will it still be D? Now E got up at the very end. Somebody with a very good snipe. It will be A and E. A raising military up for the chiefs, E raising trade up for the pats. Currently rebelling, then are the blue team and the purple team. The siege grinds on. Another dawn breaks. The combined armies of the counts. That's like long-term chiefs will need Pat's trade to be up. Maybe is what he's thinking there. Because chiefs, if the rebellion fails, they need counts and patricians trade to be high. So that's, I think, what that is. Combined armies of the counts and the chiefs are sprawled outside your city walls. For the last 3 weeks, they have tried to fight their way in. The siege drags on. Your food supplies are dwindling. The streets outside your palace explode in daily riots as the citizens demand to be fed. Don't worry, Nari. The patricians will be here to save us soon enough. I'm sure of it. My lovely wife, Eulalia. As evening draws in, horns blast outside the city walls. The chiefs and counts are mounting a final attack. End of season. Our next tax season of the game. There are 3 ways the monarch may tax the noble. Don't see my treasury. The cruel tax will raise defiance of a nation. Raise the treasury up by 400 gold and give 400 wealth to everybody in that color. Common tax, no defiance, swing 100 treasury to wealth. The bribe will lower defiance, lower the treasury by 700. Give 700 gold to everybody in the nation. Richest nobles are on the right. The Pats got the bonus. They are literally snake oil salesmen. More cruel tax for Pats? I don't know if I can't just keep cruel taxing them. I may bribe you here, patricians. Just to, because I need, you are my loyalists. You are my Pats. Falcon, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? You have joined the patricians yourself. Just in time for tax season. Patricians, alright, I cruel taxed you last time. I won't do it again. I won't cruel tax loyalists twice in a row. I'm doing very good here, Falcon. Welcome on in. I assume you're a little familiar with the game if you come in with the join immediately, but if you have any questions, let us know here. We are playing by role-play rules, where we are not allowed to see the statistics for the game. And you got lucky enough to go onto a nation where I am about to bribe. But at the same time, the Patricians are severely outnumbered in a rebellion against the Chiefs and Counts. We will lock it in. We will bribe, my friend, the Pats. Heldon, welcome on in. Heldon, you're not a Pat, right? You are a Count, yes. 2,300 gold in your coffers. Hope all is well. Happy weekend. You've joined a rebellion here, Heldon. And there is a grim dawn. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The Counts and the Chiefs began their assault last night. And you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls, the clash of blades since. Half this capital's in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are in the street outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, your wife, and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny. Her crying is giving you a headache. I should be out there with a dagger in my hands. I could be making a difference. Eulalia, I'm sure you've been practicing, but as we recall, she couldn't survive her arena battle without almost dying. There's too many, Eulalia. It is hopeless. At least I'd be doing something. You wait and stew. Books! Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spymaster arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. They'll be here any moment, your majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. Falcon? Thank you for the follow. Spymaster's offering me a way out of the city. Show me where to go, Spymaster. You can flee like cowards if you like, but I'll stand and fight. Eulalia hefts her dagger and rushes out of the palace, letting out a fearsome battle cry. You never see her again. Okay. Come along, your majesty. We don't have time to lose. Lead on. The capital is lost, but you can take it back. The patricians have agreed to shelter you while you plot your revenge. At least some people are loyal. After crawling down a secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into a leafy courtyard. The 3 horses are waiting. As you saddle them up, you hear a wet thud behind you, followed by the sound of something rolling across the floor. Turn around. Your spymaster is lying dead on the ground. Her head is missing. Chief Master Sauron stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers, his battle axe stained red. Holy shnikes. Sauron got the drop on the Spymaster. Ooh. Okay. This might be hopeless then. Never liked her. Ideas above her station. Your nanny runs off, still clutching your daughter in her arms. At least that's a ray of hope. Even if you die now, your heir still lives. So, you knew about the escape route. You're not the only one with spies. With a triumphant smirk, Chief Master Sauron makes a sharp gesture. The Northern warriors step forward, battle axes at the ready. You can pray to your false god, but it will do you no good. Morgana has spun the fates against you. It wasn't a nanny, it was a swarm of bees in a coat. Turn and run. You're caught before you can make 10 steps. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you, drag you back into the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. After a week rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched into a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrel of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Chief Master Sauron sits in the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former monarch. Anti-emu. Come on in. You're here for the end, unfortunately, here, sir. The Marley awaits you. The Marley awaits me. Oh no! Its blade gleaming in the blood red of the dawn. It feels so impersonal. Whatever happened to the big bloke with an axe? The crowd stares up, eager to hear your last words. This is the end. My only friends, the end. Citizens of the kingdom, avenge my death. You place your head in the hole. The blade falls so quickly, you scarcely have time to wonder if... Swing! Thunk. Your head bounces into Chief Master Sauron's lap. And your reign comes to a gruesome end. Alright. That is the end of the game, but because it was a joint rebellion, vote now. Who is winner of the game? Either the Chiefs, vote A, Adhala, or the Counts, vote B, Vashim. Green team, you can still vote and make the difference in this. Though it looks like there's a lot of Counts. Uh-oh, the Counts are gonna run away with it. Chiefs, are there enough Chiefs in here? Vote now, winner of the game. Counts, are you gonna steal this victory? Uh-oh, though. Uh-oh, though. I leave it go, but... Anybody? Everybody can vote in this, even patricians. Anybody, though? It is 10 to 11. Chiefs probably most responsible for the military in the victory there, but the Counts, ever clever, joined on in. Wait! I'm about ready to click it. Give me a minute. What? The Chiefs were responsible? What are you doing? What are you doing, lady? What shenanigans are you pulling? Click, click. Stop the count. There goes more people. You can only vote once. The screen way black. It will be Vashim of the Chiefs. If Thrifty is on, I can maybe do him. GG's to everybody. Of the Counts, rather. Of the Counts. Not stupid, sexy Counts. GG to everybody, but especially the Counts, then. Gaining the victory. Oh, Sauron, you led the rebellion and everything. The Chiefs, true, Ephra, the Chiefs lost an 80% roll. Did they truly earn victory after that? Having lost to the rebellious chiefs, Monarch Neri was dragged out of the palace decapitated in the city square. The chiefs, led by Master Sauron, launched a rebellion that toppled the monarch and devastated the kingdom. But when the dust cleared, they weren't quick or strong enough to seize the throne themselves. Unable to keep the puppet on the throne, the patricians were forced to retreat to their opium dens and brood. It wouldn't be long before a new claimant would arise on the coast, and when they did, the patricians would be ready. The counts joined the rebellion alongside the chiefs. In the aftermath, they were the natural choice to take the throne, and Vashim was crowned to half-hearted cheers from the traumatized common folk. GG, everybody. Monarch Neri the Farmer. The counts, technically, yes, we're still on stage 1. In terms of my scoring options, then, they would not have scored very well, I guess. There would have been, no, that would have been 7. 7 points is fine, I guess, for a win. Thank you for the follow, Arda. Richest Noble, Waper, right at the cusp. If you had remained loyal, Waper, you could have received some golden choices and definitely have gotten there. Just saying. The bees will be safe for next game. Marrow, the poorest noble. We'll see the kingdom stats at the end here. Counts military higher than I thought then. And the Pat's military got devastated by the end. I'd say Chiefs are in the best position. Look at those stats overall. Nobody has any faith, so what? The Patricians' farming skyrocketed that game thanks to the bees. Their trade also went up some. I think Counts gained some stats overall. Faith is just dead. Alright. GG's, everybody. Treasury at 3,700 for next time, I like. If this is your first time playing the game, your stats carry over from game to game as you continue a dynasty. Yeah, we do not believe in the 9th. We believe in the bees. So when we continue this game tomorrow, the king will be King Vashim. That is this gentleman right here. And it will be we will play again tomorrow. Jelly Scuds, thank you for the follow. Thank you all for playing here today then. We will continue this reign throughout the week here, except on Friday. When we play on Friday, we will play in the legendary Hoy Dynasty. And then, Thrifty is on, but you say he's not playing King of the Castle. Or, I'm at least not seeing him. Yes, he is. Why am I not seeing him here? I am. Alright. We will go say hello to another King of the Castle streamer by the name of Thrifty Tokens, if you have not played with Thrifty before. He is doing another bit of a... He is doing a roleplay dynasty, but not... I don't think he covers stats during his. He is merely role-playing based randomly on the roles that he has to give him his sort of traits for the game. Thank you here, Crystal. Moment of silence too for you, Lelia. My poor wife. It isn't often that your spouse is killed off, but that is one of the ways your spouse can be killed off. Thank you, Froz T-Shoe, for the follow. Unfortunately, we're just ending here, Froz, but appreciate you following then. We're about to raid off into another King of the Castle streamer. Task for Zone, but yeah, stats are shown during Thrifty's game. It's not as challenging as, say, mine is, but you do try to keep with your role play while you're playing with him. But thank you guys for being here. Friday, I look forward to Friday then. If you have not played, the Hoy Dynasty is over 1,100 years old. The longest running game of King of the Castle you will ever see. You think people have money in this dynasty? Wait until Friday. The minimum amount for me to consider somebody rich is like 30,000. It's like 30,000 is the mid. Draco. I look forward to it tomorrow here, sir. We will get vengeance. Remember, you are better than you were yesterday. Think of how awesome you will be tomorrow. Fuzzy Pickles, be good. We'll see you guys later.